insect infestations. It's a phrase that no one wants to talk about. Well, unless you're some world-renowned bug specialist. This is an insect, a good one. This is another insect. It's a bad one. Bad, good. Bad, good. Get the gist? Sure, some bugs can be beneficial, like bees and ladybugs, but others, like emerald ash borers, Madagascar locusts, and murder hornets, are quite the opposite. They destroy, cost millions of dollars in damage, and are even a threat to humans. Many people fear insects because they look weird and scary. They could potentially attack, jump around, and fly without warning. Hello all! Today we want you to stay safe from all those creepy crawlies out there, which is why me, her, and her present to you the official holy grail of insect infestations. This is Insect Infestations, the guide to protection from buggies.
Insect infestations can destroy people, crops, and animals. They can be caused by weather changes, severe weather, food or water shortages, or simply by problems in their current habitat. They can infest any area if it fits with the characteristics of their suitable environment. For example, emerald ash borers in 2002 infested almost all of the USA and attacked ash trees. Therefore, areas with greater amounts of ash trees were more at risk of infestation. Another example, the Madagascar locusts in 2013 infested Madagascar after Cyclone Haruna created a suitable environment for them. They struck and devoured plants and crops all over the country. Finally, murder hornets in 2019 lived in wooden landscapes and mild, wet climate. They were particularly dangerous to people. As you can see, many of the insects simply need a suitable environment to start large-scale infestation. If they are pushed out of their natural habitat, they will strive to find another environment similar to their native one.
Insect infestations have many bad effects on crops and food sources, the habitats of other animals, and people. For example, the emerald ash borers ate and destroyed the ash trees. The trees provided habitat and food for many animals, such as birds, squirrels, butterflies, and 282 insect species. With the ash trees gone, more than half of these species will be faced with extinction. Another example is when the Madagascar locusts devoured crops such as rice and corn, and the country was left with terrible food shortages. Asian giant hornets, also known as murder hornets, are also a problem. They can destroy a honeybee hive very quickly and decapitate the bees. They're also very dangerous to people. With a poisonous stinger and toxic venom, these insects kill around 30 to 50 people every year.
Insect infestation can, thankfully, be somewhat predicted. Methods of prediction/forecasting should be reliable, simple, useful, but inexpensive. The best way to predict is by getting educated about potentially harmful insects. Get educated! Learn about which insects are in danger of infesting and learn about their habitat, food, and prey. Remote sensing can be used to map the insect's route. Use the knowledge of their main food sources. Crops can be monitored in high-risk areas. Weather data can be analyzed to determine where they could potentially strike. Discover patches of roughed-up soil to see if it's been stirred. This method is mostly for insects that mostly need crops and hang around farms. In conclusion, it can be hard to find insects themselves, so working indirectly by gathering knowledge about their habitats, food sources, and prey can benefit the most.
Even though it sounds as if we can't do anything, there are some ways to mitigate the damage and even prevent insect infestation. For household pests, you should try to seal any openings in places like windows, walls, or door frames. Clean regularly and take care with maintenance. Make sure food is stored correctly to prevent rotting. Don't allow water to stand. Standing water is still water, puddles, and such. Insects like laying their eggs in standing water. Dispose of garbage so the bugsies don't multiply. Don't keep rotting food or fruits or vegetables. Get rid of them as soon as possible. Fix nets on windows so they don't come inside.
But don't fret, there are ways to prevent wide-scale infestations. Some ways of transportation can be banned if it is a danger and could be transportation for insects as well. Add more natural predators to an ecosystem of infestations, or attempt to move the infestations to the natural predators. Add microorganisms on crops. This will get rid of bugs and destroy any harmful bacteria on a plant. It's a mutual benefit. Poison, in the form of granules or jelly, can be laid in areas of high insect activity. Their breeding grounds can also be reduced. Though this is difficult, it is possible when done at home using all of the previous tips. If their breeding grounds cannot be reduced, we can find their nests and kill them to help lower or at least keep the numbers the same. And if all else fails, we can use one of our last options, field burning, only if it is absolutely necessary, because it's not good for the soil. Predicting and forecasting insect infestations can reduce the amount of insects on the loose, but people themselves can prevent the risk of insects in their home as well.
We hope you enjoyed our tips and tricks to killing any potentially dangerous insects. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more Holy Grails. Please use our methods of predicting and forecasting and mitigating the spread of bugs to prevent your neighbor from screaming and crying.
Hee hee! Now go back to your grandparents' farm and kill them bugsies with them jelly poisons.
Nikki, don't encourage jelly poison. That's not good.
Go find some bugsies.
Kulkarni.